Hi friends, welcome to my channel Fab Fit and 50 Plus, and my name's Sharon, and today we're going to do some curls. So I'm going to give you a little bit of advice and show you some good techniques. Okay, so we're going to use the Babyliss Pro Styler. This is the 11 centimeter in diameter one. They do it in a bigger one and in a smaller one, and I have all three and I absolutely love them. Okay, so let's get straight into it. So we're going to section our hair with our thumbs right the way around the back and clip it up as if you're putting it in a ponytail. Okay. I've already sprayed my hair with a bit of hairspray just to keep it in, the curls in place. Okay, so we're going to open the barrel and we're going to go halfway down and we're going to roll up. We're going to leave this section out, especially if you have long hair like mine, and you get a much better curl. You don't just get a curl on the bottom, so you get a curl right the way up the hair shaft. And then we just open it up and we take the rest of the hair in. There's a reason for this and I'll show you why in a sec. Okay, so when we release that, if you just release it in a spiral motion, and you'll see that that is curled right the way up the center to the top. So if we don't do it that way and we work from tip to root, like as so, you end up with only the curl in the bottom part of your hair. So if that's all you want, then that's fine. But if you can see the difference, where this one's curled right the way up, this one is only curled on the bottom. All right, so we don't want that. Well, I don't want that. I want to curl my hair right the way up to the root. So the heat gets through that part quicker if we only have that amount of hair in. Then we'll add the bottom in. So it's a case of just opening up the tongs and easing that in gently. Okay, so we've got a little bit at the back. I'm just going to do that. So halfway up, and leave that for a few seconds before we'll open and slide the rest of our hair up the barrel. And that'll give us a lot more curl, and especially when you've got long hair, because long hair is quite heavy and it tends to pull down. So yeah, it might look great initially, but by the end of the evening or the day, it's not going to be there. You're going to lose your curl. Okay, so these curls here, we're just going to leave them to cool down. So we're not going to touch them. They need to cool down. So I'll not go into the science part, but your hair needs to set in place. Okay, and to do that, it needs to be cool. We're going to bring our neck section down. Using your thumbs, go around like in the Bouncy blow dry, the root lift blow dry, sorry. Okay, now when you come to the sides, you just be careful because we don't want it to kind of flick out and up like that. So we're going to take our first side section and our barrel is going to be vertical. So we'll keep it vertical, and again, I want a curl right the way up the side of my hair. So we're going to literally bring the ends in the last minute. Okay, so keeping the barrel vertical, and we're just going to spiral that out. Look at those curls. Next section, I'm going to do exactly the same. Just remember, don't put too much hair in the barrel because it will drop out, and we don't want that. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward all this because the top part of the hair is important, and I'm just going to continue round to the other side and making sure that we're curling our hair away from our face. Don't curl hair onto the face because it's not flattering. The only time you would do that is if you were doing a fancy dress and you were doing maybe a 40s hairstyle. that's the only time that you would curl it onto your face. So always curl away from your face. Okay, and remember when you get to the sides, you want the tongs to be vertical. Okay, that way you're going to get a nice spirally curl. I'm just going to bring them ends in last. So did I say this is the Babyliss Pro Styler? Yeah, and this is the 11cm one. Okay, so we're going to come round to this side, take our neck section, side section, and keep it vertical. Okay guys, so we're on to the last section at the top, and we're just going to let that down. Okay, so we want these curls to last, and the top section is the most important because that's the section that everybody sees. I'm just going to get this little straight one that's kind of hid from me. Couldn't see it. Okay. Our top section, so very small strands, not too big sections, not too big. And I really don't want these to be big and bouncy up here. So I'm going to spiral these, and I'm just going to use the tongs as a wand. And I'm just going to keep them vertical as so. And that's the way that they're going to lie, the way that I've literally put them in my hair. And that's how I want them to go. Okay, so we're going to take our neck section, and we're going to do the same. I'm just going to spiral it around. Don't want it right up to the root area. I just want it middle lengths and ends. And keeping your tongs in a vertical upright position. You can go right to the roots if that's what you want, but I don't want that today. I just want them quite loose. Nice. And the same on the other side. So remember to work away from your face, keeping your tongs in an upright position. Don't burn your fingers. Let that fall out. And our neck section even. And happy with that. So I'm just going to have a look around, see if there's any straight bits that's evaded me. And I can see one. So this little one, trying to escape. And that's got a curl on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let those curls cool down because they need to set in place. So if we start fiddling with them now, they'll literally drop out because they're still warm. So yeah, we're going to let them cool down, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to talk through how we're going to dress it out. Hi, so I'm back, and my hair has cooled down, and so we're just going to go through how I dress my hair out. People normally say to me, God, it must take you ages to do your hair. It literally doesn't. It doesn't take as long at all, because I'm just got another rogue little bit here. I curl it like this, and I don't even brush it. I just shake it. So that's all we're going to do. We're going to shake it out, okay? So I'm going to put my head back, and I'm going to shake, shake, and shake. Now watch. How awesome is that? Amazing, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous curls. And then just let them go where they want to go. And then we're going to just, depends on where you're going and what you want to do. We're just going to spray them, put a bit of back combing in if we need to, and those curls will stay in all day. They'll stay in even longer if you don't brush them out, you shake them out, and if you let them cool before you do any shaking or any touching. And yeah, so there's our bouncy curls for today, and they are beautiful. So guys, you can do exactly the same with a bigger wand. I think the bigger wand is, I want to say 18 centimeters, and there's a smaller one which is 9. Depending on what kind of curl you want, whether you want it nice and loose, whether you want it nice and tight, entirely up to you, and depending on your hair length, of course, as well. So yeah, those are our curls for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and I hope you make your hair look amazing and fabulous. And thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, then click subscribe and ring the bell, and I'll see you soon.